Hi, this is Sabo Say a Lot here with one of my favorite recipes that will only cost in between $15 to $20 to make. If you go out to a restaurant for this same type of meal, you'll easily pay between $80 and $100 for a family of four. So let's get into the cabbage and shrimp stew recipe. Starting with 1 pound of large shrimp, rinse in cool water and get it ready to peel. Peel the shrimp, taking off the outer shell and the tail. Re-rinse and get it ready to seasoning. The shrimp that I have are already deveined. If your shrimp are not deveined, there will be no slit on the outer curve of the shrimp as shown. So you'll want to take a knife and slit it and pull out the dark vein and then rinse. I season my shrimp with 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of Tony Saccharide Creole seasoning, 1 teaspoon of parsley flakes, 1/4 of a teaspoon of rosemary, 1/2 a teaspoon of celery seed seasoning, 1/2 a teaspoon of red cayenne pepper, but you can use any seasoning you want. Just adjust it depending on the amount of shrimp you have. Cover the shrimp and then put it in the refrigerator while you prep the other ingredients. Let's get started on the cabbage. Remove the outer layer of leaves on the cabbage if they're wilted or have excessively thick veins. This is how mine looked. It's a small cabbage to fit the amount of shrimp I have. Cut the cabbage in half, cutting to the right or left of the core, instead of straight down the middle, to make it easier since the core is so thick. Cut out the core of the cabbage in a triangle shape, as shown. Cut the halves in half and cut in the size of pieces you like. Do me a favor and like, comment, and subscribe. I cut mine lengthwise. I rinsed the cabbage and then soaked it in vinegar and salt for 10 minutes. Then I rinsed it again. You can just clean it however you want. I use a few carrots and slice them in half so that they can lay flat, and then I cut them vertically, just like I did my cabbage. If you like, you can cut them horizontally, as shown with the knife. Dice 1/2 of an onion and 1/2 of green onions. You can just use a whole onion if you like. Dice 2 teaspoons of garlic, 1 1/2 cups of tomato, and 1/2 a yellow pepper and a whole green pepper. Let's start cooking. Put 2 tablespoons of olive oil in a pot or large skillet. Add garlic and 1/2 onion, the white onion, and then cook it on medium-low for 3 minutes. Add 1/2 of the bell pepper to the garlic and onions and cook 2 more minutes. Add all of the tomatoes and 1 teaspoon of sugar to the mixture. Cook a couple of more minutes. The mixture should look like this. This is a great mixture if you would like to have it over something like baked fish or baked chicken. It can be used a lot of different ways, but in this recipe, it's going to be with the cabbage. Add the cabbage to the cooked mixture. Add a half a cup of water to the cabbage. As you can see, you'll still have your green onions, half of your bell peppers, and the carrots remaining. Cover the cabbage mix and continue to cook on medium-low for 15 minutes. When it starts to cook down, stir, flipping the mixture to the top and throughout the cabbage. Let's start the shrimp while the cabbage is cooking. Add 2 tablespoons of olive oil to a separate pot or skillet. Add shrimp to your skillet. You can use any meat you want, but if you combine it with anything like sausage or chicken or both, make sure you cook the other meat until it's almost done before adding the shrimp, because they don't take very long to cook. Add the green onion or the other half of your white onion, just depending on how you chose to do your onion portion, to the shrimp, and cover with a lid. Cook on medium-low for 8 minutes, and after 3 to 4 minutes, you'll want to flip them on the other side. Let's stir the cabbage and add all of the carrots and spices. 1 teaspoon of Tony Saccharini's spice and herb Creole seasoning, dried parsley flakes, Kingsford garlic and herb all-purpose seasoning, rustic toucan style, Old Bay, and garlic powder. Remember, that's 1 teaspoon each. And then add 1/3 cup of water. Then stir all the ingredients together and cook 5 more minutes. Add the remainder of the bell pepper. Stir the cabbage. This is how it will look. You'll want to taste it to make sure the cabbage is as tender as you want it to be, and also adjust any seasonings or herbs that you want to add to the cabbage to give it your special flavor and put your own spin on it. After the shrimp has cooked for 8 minutes, turn off the heat and remove the lid and stir it. We will add this shrimp mixture to the cabbage and it will cook a little more. Mix the cabbage and shrimp mix, turn off the heat and recover with the lid for 8 to 10 minutes. The heat will allow it to still steam just a little longer and marry all those flavors together. Here is the final product. You can eat it alone or over rice or noodles. Bon appetit! Do me a favor and hit that like button, comment, and subscribe. Love, peace, and prayer until the next time. And this is what it looks like with rice. Enjoy. Bye now.